Okay, good morning, folks, or at least for some of us, it's morning. Hope everyone is doing well, having a good Saturday to kick off the weekend. Say hello in chat if you are here, and let us know where you're coming from. Let's see, let's take a look at. Start at tier 5, and I'm kind of feeling like playing a battleship. So let's take Texas out. Hey folks, thanks for joining. Let us know where you're coming from in chat. Try playing the Texas, see how that works out. See here. Okay, I'll be streaming on YouTube for a little bit, and then once I hear from Cat Monitor, who's probably going to jump into this channel fairly soon, we will move over to Twitch. So if you haven't seen my Twitch channel, the link is in the description of the stream, so you can go check that out. And I'll be, like I said, I will jump over to Twitch later today. Maybe within the hour. Usually Cat Monitor on Saturdays is on by 11 Pacific. Hey Jerry, thanks much for coming by. Much appreciated. Hope you are having a good Saturday. So if you aren't following me on Twitch, I will be jumping over there later. Again, possibly within the hour. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna go take the Texas out, see how that works. What preference do I have on camo? I have this, and I think I have the Twitch camo. I don't think I have the. Oh, I do have the in-your-face American camo too. I'll run the camo. All right. How are things, Jerry? Things good in your neck of the woods? I've been experimenting a little bit with YouTube because thank you for asking the question, Jerry. Because obviously that's where I established myself, and more people follow me there than they do currently on Twitch. But honestly, Twitch is currently a better platform from a contact network perspective, because I will, if I'm streaming on Twitch, then some of my NACC colleagues will raid me. And that tends to garner a few more eyes, but that's a good question. So I will stream on YouTube now and again, but some of the features that we have to support YouTube aren't quite as strong as they are on Twitch. But I have a few more people jumping on. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon where you are in the world. Hope you are well. We are bringing the Texas out, and I get dropped into a tier 7 match with carriers, so we'll have to see how this goes. He is dreadfully slow. Let's see what we got for matchups here. No names I recognize immediately, I don't think. And myself, obviously. Take a look at matchmaking. Says, or wow, we have a good, wow, Omaha with 4,100 games. He likes that boat. Our Visby is pretty good too. All right, cool, good. That's going to take me a little while to get to any position where I can fire on stuff. Back to comments here so I can see what's going on. I've been running Georgia with secondary experimenting full. Well, yeah, good question, good point, Jerry. So the premium U.S. Navy battleships, the Massachusetts, Georgia, and Ohio, all get buffed secondary accuracy out of the box. They always have. So their Sigma has been 1.4, whereas most other ships, the Sigma is 1.0 for their secondaries. So with the 35% dispersion reduction from the new, well, manual secondary skill, it's not going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be close enough that it will be pretty good. I'm still not very convinced at this point that brawler builds are very effective in the Deadeye meta, but you know, you never know. All right, we have an on-trend going down the middle. We'll see. So how have you liked it so far as the build? Have you had some decent games with it? This Farragut has a death wish. I'm waiting for him to commit. Because he's going to want to avoid the Torps. So get 8 shells on him. A couple of shells. Probably about 20% of his health. Yeah, wow, these guys are going full ham on each other. He goes, he's dead. Now the problem is the Visby doesn't have smoke yet, and he gets waxed by the Nelson. Probably firing HE. Been very fun sitting in the back. Yeah, I agree. Totally, Jerry. I much prefer the upfront in your face brawling style. Much more dynamic. I really don't like the long range artillery, but I kind of felt like playing a battleship right now, so I was going to start at tier 5, see how that works. But yeah, I totally agree. Okay. This Texas, or with this Nelson. Tried secondary Roma. Yeah. Oh boy, he really slowed, didn't he? I really fluffed that shot, didn't I? I'm really counting on my Piotr Veliki here to draw the fire. Oh, they're going to be able to get a salvo off here before he... Yeah, I wouldn't have thought to run a secondary build on a Roma, but I can see how that might work. Nicholas is dead. Okay, we're very strong on the west flank, so hopefully we can take that side. This Nelson is very isolated. So that's what I'm talking about. The 12-inch shells here is not going to do a whole lot against the Nelson. I have to get up into his superstructure, hope that he turns more broadside, which he doesn't have to do because he's the front gun love. So, any other ships you've been trying out, Jerry? What have you been playing that you've enjoyed? Yeah, quite a few folks jumping in. Thank you very much for stopping by. Type in the chat. Let us know how you're doing, how your weekend's going. Skona is down. Wow, okay, but we did lose our Anshan. Alright, that was a little better. I got up in the superstructure that time. Backing up. Boy, we are just losing. All destroyers are gone. Okay, so what I'm kind of hoping is our Piotr Veliki that's out in front of me here. Cruiser build these days are no stealth, just faster guns. Yeah, I've been only playing, or mostly been playing long-range artillery cruisers because it just hasn't been much fun doing anything else. Let me see if I can hit this guy. It says I'm going to hit the truck. With these shells, okay, yeah, so I've been mostly playing, when I play cruisers, long-range artillery cruisers, because with Deadeye, especially at the upper tiers, it's really hard. Don't know what the Shores is doing. The AFK? Maybe. Really hoping this Piotr Veliki is going to be able to wax this Nelson. Yeah, it looks like he got a really good hit on the Nelson. That's exactly what we need. Because the Nelson's focused on the stuff that's in front of him, probably the Omaha. Let's see. Guy is not well angled. He's quite well angled to me. What's going to do here? I'm going to wait till I get closer. CVs are great. So many build options now. Yeah, although I kind of feel like there's like still going to end up being kind of a cookie cutter build. For our Piotr Veliki got absolutely waxed by something. There's the Shores. I think the Shores is AFK. No, I'm not going to want to put myself in a crossfire between the Nelson and the Verbus, so I'm going to slow here, see what the Nelson's going to do. Premium ships have so many different builds. Yeah, it's also to me this is kind of the key reason, or the historical and unique commanders are so useful now, because they can be used so across all of the classes. Now I'm not running Deadeye. I'm going for a full tank build there. That wasn't a lot of shells on, but that was exactly what I wanted. And I gotta see what this Nelson... Oh, holy... The Nelson's gone. Oh, he's been burned to the ground. Nice. Okay. So it's just the Veribus. We gotta give it to this Omaha on our team. He really knows what he's doing. He's very experienced with that boat. 4,100 games in it, so... Doing a good job. And I'm drawing the... Hopefully I am drawing the fire for him. I can't tell. Yeah, the Veribus is pretty squishy.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah, we've got this game all in hand. Good. Yeah, this is not an easy map for Texas, or yeah, for Texas or any of the really slow dreadnoughts. Colorado can do okay on it, but the New Mexico, you really have to have the range upgrade, the Planning Room 1. To get it to work well. And we're going to spot this Shores again because it has been okay. Oh, no, he's up. One overpen, nice. Oh, that's a good try. He's running IFHE. He got a lot of pens in there. Omaha is a great ship. Yeah, she is good. I mean, she's very unforgiving, but she's a great DPM machine.
The ship is on fire.
How did I miss? Okay. This sometimes there's been a bug where if you the shells will fall short, so you have to aim slightly high to get them to go in. So there we go. That's what I wanted.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser. Our victory is in sight.
That works. See, what? Somebody was very unhappy. That was the Piotr Veliki. All right. There is the New York. This is my sister ship. Now, that is not a very good angle. I'm going to aim a little high here. Yeah. That was okay. 3 or 4 shells on. Like that. J1. Maybe. Yeah, I guess he is, based on the last known position on the minimap. Yeah, I'm going to give a comp to this Omaha. He really knew what he was doing here. Get this Citadel here. There we go. Happy Citadel.
Destroyed.
Let's see what's left. We have Zara, which we haven't seen for a while, and the carrier. All right, well, I'm never going to make it over, so maybe I just go for the cap. What do you guys think? All right. Hey, folks, type in the chat. Let us know where you're from and how things are going your Saturday. It's morning, afternoon, evening, whatever that may be. Hope you are having a good weekend so far. Oh, yeah, for the Omaha, exactly. A lot of the older style cruisers, the protected cruisers, had those casemate style guns where they were on around the perimeter of the ship. That was kind of cool. I don't know if I'll make it into the cap before it's taken, but we'll see. Hey, Mark, thanks much for coming by. Yeah, it was a pretty good game. This is a hard map for a Texas and the Dreadnoughts at Tier 5 and even Tier 6. Colorado can do okay, but yeah, this can be tough. Hey, old righty, how you doing? East Coast. Oh, GTVR, hey, how are you doing? Okay, I should have recognized that. Yeah, I think I knew that already. Thanks much. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming. So folks who are listening, I am going to be streaming here on YouTube for a little while, and then at some point I expect Captain Honor, who's one of my fellow CCs, will come over and join me, and I'll move over to Twitch. And part of the reason for that is that we have I have better tools to be able to stream, like I can do the giveaways and things like that. So if you check the description of this feed, you will find my link to Twitch, and go check that out. And I will be giving away stuff later this afternoon. I will have some World of Warships subscriber camo packs giveaway, some CC containers, and we also have some event containers for the Lunar New Year. So left the game. It's possible that it's possible he DC'd. I don't know if you saw that in chat. Our carrier is talking about how their carrier left the game, and it's possible he could have DC'd. I've also seen players get frustrated. Okay, there we go. There's some bitter comments in chat, but this game is going to end in 20 seconds. We do see the Zara now. Actually, let me see if I can hit him. Can I get him? I don't think I'll get the I'll get the shot off, but I don't think my shells are going to land before he gets there. Yeah, because it's like it's 13 seconds to get. Yeah, we're going to win. All right, very good. Pittsburgh. All right. My older brother was born in Pennsylvania, actually on the east side of Pennsylvania, very close to New Jersey, Delaware, the Delaware Gap area. So a little bit of a connection there. My dad taught in the mid '60s in Pennsylvania. All right, so let's see how this went. 3 kills. I'll take that. That was good. Good game. Okay. Well, like I said, this is a hard map for the Texas, so I guess I should be pretty happy with that. Oh, I was complimented. That was nice. Let me send a comp over to our Omaha because he did really well on our flank. He helped. The ship that I was most concerned about was the Nelson because I can't bounce his 406s. So definitely need to give it to that Omaha for helping me gun down that Nelson. All right, very good. Okay, this was a good match. Okay, so I will do destroyers probably on Twitch because I have 40k more damage to do to finish the Heathen event. Although I have the Heathen already, but I want the steel and the research points. But for this stream, I'll do something other than destroyers. So if you guys have any specific requests, let me know in chat what you'd like to see. Any particular tiers or any particular ships or classes other than destroyers. Full secondary, don't bother from my... Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, Jerry. I have not played Flint post rework. Right now I'm kind of sticking to long range artillery cruisers, but I can play the Flint if you'd like. Hindenburg. All right. Well, I ended last night's stream on the Hindenburg and had a really good match. Oh, Pepsi. You want to see the Pepsi? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. That's a good choice. So the Pensacola. So when you say Jerry, when you say Pensy, I assume you mean the Pepsi-Cola, the Pensacola, right? I assume that's what you're referring to. So let me play that one. So the Pensacola obviously has a long history of being kind of a tough boat to play because she's very unforgiving. Let me send this guy to reserve. Let me see if I have a higher point commander I can drop on him. I don't want to move John Doe. He's dedicated to my Cleveland. Oh, I have a Baltimore. Let me grab this player for this commander. Do the retraining. Pepsi Cola, that's right. It is Pepsi Cola. All right, we definitely need grease the gears. Her turrets are pretty sluggish. All right, for the last level 3 skill, I'm thinking, well, I definitely want gun feeder. I definitely want to be able to switch munition types quickly, and that leaves me 2 points. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on expert A marksman. So for those who don't know, the Pensacola has among the best AA at tier 6 in the game. The range isn't that good. It maxes out, I think, at 4.8 kilometers. But the DPM on it for this tier at 236, that's excellent. That's what you will see by some battleships at tier 8 and some other ships. So she has very good AA for her tier. Hey, Neil, thanks so much for coming by. Yeah, so, oh, okay. I'm glad that you are agreeable to my image on screen here. Kind of an old man here a little bit. So experienced, let's put it that way. So yeah, so I'm going to be, for those who are coming in, if you haven't heard already, I will be streaming here on YouTube for a little while. And then once Captain Honor gets here, which will probably be, well, it could be imminently, I'll switch over to Twitch. And again, if you go to the description of this YouTube live feed, my Twitch channel link will be in there, and you can catch me over there later in the day. So, right, let's take the Pensacola out. So yeah, the Pensacola obviously is very unforgiving. She did pick up a buff to her armor, though. She now has a 25mm bow and stern. And that allows her to bow tank 356 or 14-inch shells, which is pretty nice. So I don't need to set more fires. Her base fire chance is pretty good. Take that, and I think we're ready to go. So thanks much for coming by, everybody. Much appreciate it. And let's hope that we don't end up in a tier 8 match with double tier 8 super unicum carriers. Make the day really difficult. So we'll see how that goes. Right. If you want me to go over my build after the game, I can do that too. But, well, obviously you saw the commander skills I chose, and I can talk about why I chose what I did if you had any questions. And I can also talk about the upgrades that I have on that ship. Pensacola is really good for operations because because she gets the preferential pen angle on her U.S. Navy heavy cruiser AP, she is very, very powerful. Her shells are a little floaty, but they're very linear time to target. So long as you lead well, which I might not right away because it's been a little while since I played her, it should be interesting. So, but she can be a very, very good ship. You definitely can't be out front though. You cannot be like the first cruiser detected. You'll just get taken out. All right, this is a very agreeable map and tier for me. So Trident is a very good map for mid-tier cruisers. Lots of islands to leverage, be able to control engagements. And now I'll probably jinx myself and I'll get one shot, but we'll see. We'll start with, let's see, how many? There's only a few cruisers. I'm going to be firing HE, I think, most of the time. I can Citadel with my AP, the Congo, and the Ismail at close range. If I get within a couple of kilometers, I can Citadel them. So, but I'm not planning on doing a drive-by. So, my plan is I'm gonna go out on the flank here and try to set up some crossfires, and almost immediately be in a kiting posture. So one of the other really good strengths about the Pensacola is her rear firing angles, and even her forward firing angles are quite good. So these are her forward firing angles right here. You're looking at probably about maybe 30 degrees, which is better than most cruisers have. And her rear firing angles are also very good. So again, type in the chat, let us know who's here. Hello, Ahmed. I'll play Hindenburg later as well, so definitely look at that. Remains my favorite ship in the game, so whenever somebody suggests her, I'm very eager to play her. I had a 188k game last night to end the stream, so that 2.5 base XP, so that was a good game. So, all right, so we have 3 DDs, and they're all going to the same side. So you can see that our Mutsuki, our Fushin, and our Kamikaze are all on the same side. And I can't be out here spotting. So I'm going to try to leverage the terrain here. What's my favorite DD? It depends upon the play style. So gunboat DDs, it's probably nice. It's probably the Tashkent. Is among my favorites. I love the Kiev as well. I love pretty much all of them. The Gnevny is a little bit of a wild card, but the gunboats are good. Among torp boats, probably the Z39 or maybe the T61. I also really like the Fletcher. In fact, I've liked the Fletcher more than I've liked the Gearing. I think the Fletcher is more versatile. Yeah, there's first fire. I'll take that. Let's see if he's going to let that burn before I use. So, torp boats. Haida's really good. So, that's Sims. I love the Sims. Sims is great for area control. She's a good knife fighter. Her concealment isn't so good, but because she has 10.5 kilometer torpedoes, she can keep the pressure on with the torpedo spam very easily. You can see I'm just sitting here kiting. I was actually kind of expecting the Ismail to fire on me. IGN DDs, you know, honest, they haven't really clicked with me that much. That was not a very good hit. For me and how I play destroyers, it's very important for destroyers to be able to fight other destroyers. The best method to combat other destroyers is with your own destroyers, and I feel like Japanese destroyers, other than the gunboats, are not quite as strong. So that's just kind of my take. I did like the Akizuki. I have the Kitakaze. I don't play her too often. Okay, now I have to switch to AP. You see how the Alba's moving full broadside here? And even here, provided I aim well, I should be able to get a pen. Yeah, I should be able to pen this. Hey, Tim, thanks much for coming by. Much appreciated. I hope you are having a good afternoon. There we go. There's a sit. That was 5 pens. And again, if he maintains that profile, in fact, he's softening his profile a little bit, I'll get an even better hit here, or it should. So, yeah, so Tim, hope you are having a good afternoon. Good week, Saturday. I think I underled him there. Oh, the Huanghe just detonated. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go and deal with the Huanghe in a minute, but let's see if we can get ourselves off here on the Alba. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Because I have hydro, I'm going to be able to light up the Huanghe, because he's smoke crawling to me here. So I just need to pop the hydro. It's the Ismail's the ship that I'm worried about. Okay, yeah, let's see. This is what you do not want to do. And I naturally get 7 overpens. There we go. I'm talking about the strengths of the AP, and I get 7 overpens. Let's see if I can make this shot a little better. Oh, still 7 overpens.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, one other thing I should say is the Pensacola has the most accurate secondaries of all cruisers in the game. Again, I don't know. She's just too thinly armored, I guess. I got to put that fire out. She's out DPMing me right now. And I was really counting on being able to get a sit here. There we go. Finally, I get it set. And it's the only pen I get in the entire game. All right, I got to peel off here because I can bound stern take the Ismail, but if he gets up into my superstructure, I'm dead. So, welcome. Oh, Newfoundland. Wow. Wow, that is a very, very unique part of the world for sure. I get a, can I get out of concealment? No. Out of detection. I gotta work this. My bigger threat is the Ismail. Okay, oh, I've gone back into concealment. Good. I gotta get to a different position before. Did he? Oh, he did fire on me. Okay. If I could bounce this. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Because I'm the only thing on this flank now. You see how our team is completely lemminged over to the east flank. We can win this, but I'm gonna be the only thing for them to shoot at, and I can't be detected here. I have to pull back. So, wow. So, well, welcome from Newfoundland. Or welcome to Newfoundland. Or, yeah, I guess welcome from Newfoundland. So, thanks much for stopping by. Hope you are having a good weekend. Mexico goes down. Okay, now, oh, okay. I was hoping our carrier would light him and then I could fire from concealment, but how that? Okay, our carrier at least is going to be out of reach. Aigle, Ismail. Okay, the Ismail is probably my biggest immediate threat. Well, the fact that we can't see the mini means that either our destroyers are in smoke or the destroyer is in smoke or has a smoke screen. Okay, okay, it looks like our carrier's going to send planes out. That's good. I just want to be ready to fire on this guy when he shows up. He should be in my range by the time our carrier gets there. Pan Asian DDs. Edinburgh, Scotland. All right, well, that's very good. So obviously you get extra kudos because of my Gaelic in-game name. So, turn. Okay. See that I balanced. Okay, there's a fire. Good. I gotta be careful because I have this island that's in front of me. Okay, he DC'd that right away. I gotta see what he's gonna do with these torps before I fire. I don't want to waste a salvo here if I can help it. So, well, thank you very much for joining from Scotland. Quite a few viewers from there. Look left, Alba. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I probably should have the... Yeah, my bigger concern is the Ismail right now. Okay, so he's flooding. Okay, he's probably dead. Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to hold here. Yeah, 10-4, thanks much. Yeah, I was more concerned with the Ismail and being able to bounce his shots for the moment. I'm going to hold station here, see if the Alba shows up. Now, the Alba, if he's fully concealed, will outspot me by probably 1.5 kilometers. I'm going to just back up here. Okay, it looks like we have a pretty good... our Texas just went down. So GTVR... okay, here we go. This is... that is a very interesting broadside. I gave him too much lead there, and he's... hope that
The
he
ship is on fire.
I gotta make sure these shots hit. No, I can't.
The ship is on fire.
Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm
Destroyed an enemy cruiser.
gonna be probably combat ineffective once the fire goes out. I will survive this, but... okay, the Iolair went back to defend his cap, so that worked out okay. Yeah, that's true. If he knew to fire AP, he could have grabbed... yeah, I was probably giving him a little too much side. That's a good point. Yep, agreed. Okay, so sorry, Neil, I just realized I didn't answer your question about Pan-Asian DDs. I don't play them that often. Once the nerf went through on the Yu Yang, I kind of lost interest in pursuing things. I have the Shen Yang. I've heard pretty good things about the Chengmu, so I probably should continue grinding the line to get to the Chengmu. Of the premium destroyers, I like the Anshan. I really like the Lo Yang. Lo Yang's been in the game for a long time, but she's an excellent utility destroyer. So those are kind of my choices there. Yep. All right. Well, our carrier's been doing pretty well to keep things lit and defended. So just taking a look at the matchmaking, yeah. Well, we did okay. Technically speaking, they could still win this. We are now chasing carriers. So I need to get in a position where I can fire on opponents, but do this from concealment. I'm not combat effective now. Only a few overpens from one of these battleships is going to finish me off. So I have to, I'm going to go up to this island that's at Echo 5 and see if I can work the Congo from concealment. He should remain detected. Although actually, you know, now that I think of it, I have to be able to escape if he reaches that headland, and the Texas is coming up too. So no, this is not a good position for me. Where are the Texas guns? Because the thing is, the Congo's not going to have anything to shoot at once he gets to that island that's to his side that we just lost sight on. But the Texas, so the Congo will want to fire on me when he sees me. I was hoping the Texas would keep pushing up here so I can... Let me at least fire on this guy. That was not a well-played shot. Texas is pushed back in. The Kami's torpedo is going to get him. That's the question. The fact that we have... their carrier is still up. Okay, I do not want to fire now. Because the Congo is pushing to the cap. I have to stay out of range. But, well, I don't know. I also really want to try to get the Texas down. Board. Hey, Dahogi. Good day. I will be streaming on Twitch later today. Thanks for stopping by and asking that question. So again, just a reminder, I am going to be streaming on Twitch later today once Captain Blackjack Honor shows up. He usually gets in around 11 o'clock, around this time for the West Coast of North America. And then I will jump over to Twitch. If you are not following me on Twitch, again, the link to my Twitch channel is in the description below. I'm holding my fire. I'm sorry for the boredom here. I'm holding my fire because I don't want to be... Why did our Furious go that way? I thought he was following our fleet. This is... Okay, we're now in kind of win harder mode. There's a problem. Okay. Okay, so looks like the... Okay, Texas is healing. Congo's out of range. Yeah, we're going to lose our carrier. Texas is still healing. There's the... Okay, yeah. I see. Now, you can see now the game is unraveling. We had the lead. We've gone carrier hunting. Yeah. Yeah, this is really bad. Let's see if I can get a concealed shot off on the Texas. This Kami's probably going to be the one that has to pull the game off for us. Because they've even the ship count and the Mutsuki and the Fuso, and I'm very unhealthy, so I got to see if I can get a shot off on this Texas, try to get a fire on him. Okay, that was probably the destroyer lighting me, not the Texas. Okay, there's a fire. Is that going to stick?
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was afraid of. If I can get the battleships down, I can probably fight the destroyers even with my limited health. Oh, my hell. I did not aim that well. Yep, see, there we go. Now we're down 2 ships. So now I have to see if I can do something here. That was a terrible shot. Oh, see this. Oh, you see what happened? Okay, see now the Texas is targeting me. So, that Cap Monitor.
Well, like almost I was dead.
Oh, greetings. Waiting for the captain to show up. I'm currently streaming on YouTube.
Speaker. Anyway.
I'm currently so for folks on my stream, I'm currently sitting in Captain Blackjack Honor's channel, waiting for his arrival. Oh, this could be it. Oh, that was so lucky. And now I've got 2 targeting me. Texas is out of range. Yep, this is it. Our team blew it. Not much I can do now. Okay, that's from the Congo. Just trying to... see, that was really good throttling right there. So I'm going to be very focused right now trying to get this destroyer down. Oh, you're welcome. Hopefully this is... Ah, see, I didn't give him enough lead. You got to kill him before he drops behind the island. If that kills him. Oh! Okay, I bounced that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now... Oh, there's the mini. Okay. I'm out of his torp. Oh, I destroyed one of his torp tubes. There we go. Okay, well, we're going to be putting my my AA to the test here now. Oh. Yeah, I can't bounce rockets. Is he going to get a kill on me? No. I'm going to try to see if I can... Okay, my fighter's engaged. Good, 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 good. The thing is that if the carrier can get the if the carrier can or kamikaze, I should say, can get the Congo down, that would help a lot. Now I have to be careful the minute. We must be short on time yet. A minute 33. Yeah, That's kind of comes with the territory. And the problem is that obviously the mini has me detected. He's going to hold his fire because I destroyed one of his torpedo tubes. But I can't, I'm not going to be able to see him. I just have to sail away so I don't run into his torp spam. It looks like, well, if that was him who targeted me, oh no, it was the Congo that fired. Okay, that excellent. Okay, that's exactly what we needed. Now we have lead. Run. So send comps to him. No, that was exactly what we need to win. So now he has no. As long as he doesn't get taken out or something, we're good. Good game. Excellent. That was textbook example of how to save that game. That commie really earned his pay. Hey, Evan. How are you doing? Chat. Everybody give Evan a shout out. So, yeah. So, Evan, I'm going to be here for a little bit. And once Cap Monitor gets here, I will switch over to Twitch. And again, sorry for folks who have already heard this. Just hit that... check the description. The link to my Twitch channel is in the description below. You can join me over there. I will have some stuff I'm giving away. Got some subscriber camo packs giving away on Twitch. Subscriber camo packs, some CC containers, and we also have some event containers for the new year. So that's pretty cool. Now, one thing I should point out here is there's two reasons that we had the point lead. One was we sank... So sinking battleships gives us more points. So we sank all of their battleships. The other reason is that we actually got into their base briefly and stopped them from gaining points. So that's part of the reason that was a key win. All right, so good. Okay, so that was the Pensacola. She has good gun systems, so that's she's definitely can be a good ship. Okay, so let's go ahead. Somebody asked for the Hindi. So this was the game. This was the ship I played for the last game during last night's stream, and that ended up being a good stream. Oh, actually, GTVR, did you want to see my build for the Pepsi, or did you see what you wanted to get from that? I forgot. I did offer to show you how I have her built, if that's what you wanted to see. I'm not sure what the delay is on the chat and my broadcast to see what your response is going to be like. Okay, so in case, assuming you do, so my core 4 skills that I would take for the Pensacola, I would start with Grease the Gears because her turrets are very slow. And then, in fact, I doubled down by taking the main battery mod 2 in slot 3, which I'll get to in a second. Priority target, adrenaline rush, and then concealment. After that, because she is a heavy cruiser and her AP can be exceptionally good unless you're firing apparently at a Huang He, definitely take gun feeder. You want to be able to switch efficiently between the munition types or the shell types. And I had 2 points left over, and expert AA marksman is decent because for this ship because her AA is very good. As far as upgrades, over there. Main armaments mod 1, and then I take engine room protection. You could take either the defensive fire or the hydroacoustic search special upgrade here if you wanted. I do take the main battery modification 2 upgrade to get the turrets to be quicker, and because cruisers have good Sigma, it's not really a penalty to their accuracy and propulsion to give her a better off-the-line acceleration. Her base rudder is quite strong, 7 seconds for a cruiser. That's pretty strong. So definitely taking the propulsion mod in slot 4 makes sense. All right, so that was the Pensacola. Let's go over to the Hindi. All right, here's my Hindenburg. Obviously, Günther Lütjens, this is my build. The only thing that folks might have a question about is radio location, but I really like having that. Allows on a lot of cruisers, especially if you're in division, allows you to sort of coordinate positioning of opponents. As far as the other specialty, I really like the top grade gunner. This improves your reload on your main battery by 8% when there are opponents within your standard detection range. And for cruisers, especially in late game where they become more powerful, having that improved reload during late game is really useful. So HRA, interesting. So you're not doing better accuracy. So you could take aiming systems. That's true. But cruisers get generally very good accuracy out of the box. They tend to have pretty small dispersion radii. They also tend to have very good sigma, usually like 2.0 or higher. Because her base turret speed is 45 seconds, which is like a battleship, I like sort of doing the double down. It's important to me when I'm playing a cruiser that the turrets basically can keep up with me in full turns, because the main aspect of a cruiser is DPM. And so keeping the turrets consistent with my turns is important. So, I mean, they still will fall behind, even with that double down on the turrets, but they won't be quite so bad. Oh, okay, thanks. All right, thanks, Tim. Let's see, exterior. I want to throw some signals on here. Don't need fire. Want some. Yeah, and for the Pensacola, that is going to generally be the case. Which is also why I tend to try to work her from as much range as I can, because when your opponents are further range, you don't need the turrets to traverse quite as much when you're maneuvering. So that tends to help as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the Hindi in. We'll see how that goes. Checking Discord here. Surprised Cat Monitor hasn't showed up yet. He's usually on by now. Yeah, the last update, yeah, he has not showed up yet. Okay. All right, let's see. All 10s, including carriers. Let's see what matchmaking says. Oh, 007, the Potato Bandit. Okay, he's going to be very good in the Des Moines. He is. See, no divisions here. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, I should check to see if there's anybody I recognize here. Hoop Hamper, nice. Don't see anybody. All right, I am on the flank. Okay, and the name of the British Holy Empire. What? America shall be brought back into the fold. Okay, interesting. All right.
Let's give them a hard time.
Okay, I'm gonna have to slow and wait for my thunder to catch up and for us to get spot in. All right, we have the Gearing, Smolensk, and the Kurfürst coming over. Not sure where Montana is heading west, but we'll see. We shall see. How about Mino game? One favorite ships. Okay, yes, I can do a Mino game too, if you'd like. Yep. Definitely, right now, I have historically liked running radar on the upper tier Royal Navy light cruisers, but with the prevalence of the carriers, it's more important, in my opinion, to have smoke. Okay, we're getting way too much political banter in chat right now, so. I mean. And also because of the meta right now with Deadeye, he's going to turn in. I've switched back to a range upgrade on the Hindenburg.
Attention, reporting the target position.
I could fire AP here and probably get a really good salvo, but I want fires right now. Smolensk is okay. I'm going to start getting farmed here if I'm not careful. Fire. And see, even our Thunder should be firing AP at something like that. Okay. Smolensk. Okay, what is he going to do? Okay, Kleber and Holland are playing off, kind of off the mark right now. Okay, he did fire on me. See if he's going to get anything big on me. Nope. Look like it. Look like okay, well, that was actually a pretty good hit. Okay, I'm going to have to... the Holland and the Kleber are going to start farming me once they get closed in, and I can't tank the Yamato, so I'm going to have to move. What's the best Tier 8 premium cruiser now? Best depends upon what players like to play. I mean, best is what you enjoy. Naturally, I'm going to have an affinity for the German cruisers. I got to get turned here before I get lit, and the Yamato is my side. Like the DD's moved. Oh, in fact, he's moved into the cap. How has he moved into the cap? The Kleber? How is he lit? How's our... Oh, no, we're just getting... I thought we had Alpha. We don't. I don't know what the Smolensk is doing. So, yeah, so favorite cruiser at Tier 8. There's lots of great choices. You know, naturally, like I said, I'm going to have an affinity for the Prince Eugen and the Mainz, but there are some other really good choices at Tier 8. You know, it just kind of depends upon your play style. And our Smolensk goes down. Okay, yeah, it looks like they're going to overrun us on that flank. Yeah, I got to follow the Thunder here. That is the Kleber. I don't know if that was enough lead. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, I got one shell on him. I really want to work this Smolensk when he... Problem is I'm giving the Yamato broadside, but he may not have a firing solution on me. What's the yeah, so... Okay, I need to work the Smolensk. Go back, see if we can finish the Holland. Okay, wanted to smoke. It's 2 bounces. Yeah. Fire. Good if we could see him. I don't know how long before he has a heal. I don't like this position. I gotta move. I gotta rotate the other way.
Nice work.
The firing at Kleber is often a major issue. Yeah, that was a snapshot on the Holland. I'm gonna pop hydro here because I'm pretty sure torps are on the way. Yeah, he just sent on me. Do you see how my priority target changed like that? That's likely an indication that the Holland just sent. That staring is stupidly close to the Smolensk. I don't know why he's doing that. Yeah, see there. There's a reason I rotated this way so that we weren't in the channel. I wish I had AP that loaded there. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. Oh, are they gonna kill this Shima? Thank you. Okay, so Holland was almost dead. Kleber is sometimes not even worth firing on because he's... Okay, yeah. This GK took so long to get over here. He probably hasn't been able to do too much. Yeah, oops, sorry. I'm gonna run into my GK here. Well, he's gonna be my armor from the Yami. How'd the Holland kill the DD? That's what I want to know. Alright, we gotta see if we can kill this Yami here. I am very broadside to this Yami, which I do not like at all. The fire. I'm going to start using AP. Well, he was quite strongly angled. I don't want to be crossfired by the... there we go. There, excellent, excellent, excellent. That's exactly what we needed. Okay, I'm going to set up position to... See, this Holland is the issue. We don't have screening for the DD.
Stations requesting fire on the designated Bestätige.
Fire solution on him. Hoping for some sets there. Let's set up camp in here, see if I can work the Thunder.
Gegnerischen Kreuzer gesichtet.
Get this Thunder down. I kind of frustrated that we haven't the Holland. Well, see, this is the thing. The Holland knows that he's combat ineffective. He can't engage because he was so wounded. That was really disappointing. I'm going to be outnumbered here. In fact, the Montana, you see the Montana in my south? He spawned on the other flank, and he sailed all the way over here. I have a concealed firing position here, which I kind of want to stay on the Thunder for the moment. Turn in here. I think I'm going to have to go to HE here in a second. That was a really disappointing salvo. Frustrating. He's still giving me a lot of side. Damage. See, what do we got? Des Moines over there. Stalingrad moved in. Okay. The Minotaur. Okay, so that means the Holland's gotten in behind me. Okay, Thunder firing HE. Probably going to destroy all my torpedo tubes in one shot here. Got me on fire in 6 places. Nope. They DC'd that. That's good for us. Really like to get another fire on this guy.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
No, you brought yourself all the way over here, no screening, and now you're complaining that you don't have any protection against the destroyers. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. He's just getting farmed. Really would have liked to have gotten another fire on this guy, because I had 2 fires on him that he DC'd. I have to, okay, I gotta move because this Minotaur is gonna chew me up pretty fast. So, the video I put out today talked about the Tiger 59, which is a new... I have to move because I can't see him. So one of the new premium ships that Wargaming has announced, there's the Holland.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
I'll just fire the salvo because really would be good to get him down. Okay, good. Now I have no visibility. Okay. Yeah. So the new Royal Navy cruiser that's been announced has the same guns as the Minotaur, but at tier 8. But she has only 4 guns rather than the 10. He's just gonna farm me here. You know. See if I can avoid at least one of these. Yep. Oh, there's not much I can do now. Slip out here. I'm gonna try to head south, but Des Moines is over there, and he's just gonna on my side. He's simply gonna out DPM me. Yeah, not much I can do. I'm gonna heal here, but he's probably gonna kill me with his salvo. Yeah, put that out. Frustrating. Sorry, guys. That was not as good of a game as I would have liked. Do you like the Hindi mod for the upgrade? Or the legendary upgrade for the Hindi? So I ran it for over a year, and then when Günther Lütjens came out and she got her reload buff, I went back to reload, and that meant and I wanted to get, and you have to have the better concealment in my experience. So I gave up the legendary upgrade. It was kind of interesting to play her that way because, yeah, you could get your fires down to 10 seconds and, you know, you had some other sort of endurance elements that could go into it, the flooding and all that. But frankly, to me, it didn't do enough in terms of improving some of the other gameplay aspects, especially like positioning and stuff. So I didn't really care for it. I don't know why this Holland didn't go for the cap. Well, maybe because the Des Moines was there. I don't know. We'll see. But this is obviously a loss. Not my best game of the ship, but yeah. So you can play it. So, boy, this person in the carrier and the opposing carrier is really, you know, kind of a little arrogant on from the Royal Navy perspective. All right, we don't have to watch the rest of this. All right, let's see here. Thank you. Yeah, well, I did what I could. Wasn't my best game, but yeah. What are you gonna do? Okay, so I think there was another ask out here for a ship game. Oh, right, Minotaur. Okay, let's play Minotaur. Hey Farkle, yeah, I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. Just for how I prefer to play. Yeah, I eventually decided it wasn't worth giving up the concealment, but you know, maybe I'll go back to it and try it again. We'll see. Now I have not pushed, and Andrew Cunningham is the commander for my Minotaur. I have not pushed him to 21 skill points yet. I mean, I have enough points to do it, but I'm kind of holding on to this to decide who I want to promote next. Let's see. Let's go with last stand, party target, heal, or the extra heal, concealment, radio location, adrenaline rush. And I have 2 more. So if I had 21 skill points, I probably would pick up top grade gunner. But I think for now I will run the consumables enhancement to get the smoke generator and the hydro to run longer. So that's what we'll go with. All right. See how this game was. It wasn't that great. Okay. Yeah, this Des Moines player knew what he was doing clearly. So he was setting up in positions that were exposing you know, stuff that our team was doing. So, all right, let's get some signals on here. Obviously don't need anything to set fires. And I am running smoke, and I might change my upgrade here to let's go with that. All right. Because you tend to fire a fair number of torps in the Minotaur. So you can see I have the surveillance radar special upgrade. So I have historically used to run the radar on the Minotaur. Okay. Exactly same bill. Get the extra 2 points. Put it on AA. Yeah. Either works. Yep. That's a good point. Okay. Let's go ahead and punch it. See how this goes. I did see quite a few. Actually, hold on. You know what? I just realized I need to check to see whether I'm running reload or range. I think I'm running reload. I am. I have toyed with the idea of running the range upgrade on the Minotaur, which seems kind of crazy given the ballistics of the shells. But maybe that's okay. Maybe 15.8. Yeah, I'll just have to see how I can work it with this. All right, we'll take a turn. My family's outside setting up pens for our pet rabbits. So. Okay, this is actually, well, I'll deal with a tier 8 carrier. I'm okay with that. Radar. Worcester. The Z52 in here, but just one? Okay, that works for me. Standard battle. Okay, this can be good or bad for a Royal Navy light cruiser. It kind of depends upon what the opponents do. I prefer when I'm in a Royal Navy light cruiser to play in domination because the Royal Navy light cruisers are really good as close support cruisers. So they're really good to back up destroyers at near caps. But the problem with standard battle for a lot of ships is that players tend to be sort of play very standoffish and they won't get into positions that they normally would for domination. And so some of the firing opportunities are not as good. Long-range artillery cruisers don't care so much, like if the Hindenburg or the Moskva or something like that. But for the medium and short-range cruisers, having domination tends to work better. Let's see. Okay, Summers, Daring, Z52, Shima. And let's see. Shima's really good. He is running the 12s. Okay. So if I stick with the gearing, he should be... If I stick with the gearing, hopefully the carrier will back off. Yeah, I'm being targeted unsurprisingly, so I have to kind of throttle and move here a little bit just to try to throw off shots. Okay, our closest is coming at the flank. HE fire, that's probably the Worcester. Yeah, I would guess, given the rate of fire. I'm going to hold here because I don't want to put myself in a position to get one shot. Okay, closest is pointing at the Worcester. Summers and Daring mid and west. That leaves the Z52 and the Shima. I'm going to move a little more. I'm going to try to move a little more to the west here. See if I can get some some shots going in on the Georgia and the Vladivostok. I'm going to try to operate without smoke for the moment. See how that works. Oh, that got me lit. Okay. Something probably in the mid. Ah, there. Yep, there he is. Yep, exactly. Am I getting a reload buff here? Nope. Yeah, the Daring was the one spotting me. Okay, we have something behind us now. Something's come. You see how my radio location just flipped? He's right here. Something's gone carrier hunting. So I have to go see if I can intercept him. Let's see. We have the Daring, Summers, and Z-52. So it would be the Shima. Or maybe it's the... Yeah, no, it's the Shima. See? All the torps. Gamo gets taken out by... He's probably sitting in smoke trying to farm damage. Punch at torpedoes. Sorry, I skipped out on chat. So, Vladivostok is going to have my side. Okay, I'm lit now. So he's right here. So what I'm going to be looking for, guys, is my priority target to change from... Currently, he's not targeting me. But that might mean he's got his torpedoes ready to go. Or he may not. So I'm going to go ahead and pop... See, this is where having a radar would be more effective. Because I could just gun him down. But I have to keep him from getting in our backfield. Because he's going to end up wiping out our... Okay, so now he's starting to target me. I think that's him. And he's going to... Once I see... Okay, now I'm being targeted by 2. Okay, 1 is the Vladivostok...
Concentrate fire on the enemy.
I'm just going to chase him into the corner. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot of damage this way, but if I can keep him off of our flank and out of our faces, that will be important. Okay, Vladivostok missed. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I would have preferred radar for this type of situation, but with all the carriers, it's really hard. Yeah, I don't know if he's running the legendary upgrade. If he is, he's going to send more torps here pretty soon. Seattle, I liked. A lot of people didn't like her because she's very, because her shells are quite floaty, and it's uncharacteristically floaty for a U.S. Navy cruiser. But her DPM is really good, so... He knows that I'm about to trap him here. So he's got to smoke up here. Yeah, we're just getting wrecked. Gotta see if I can find him here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send torpedoes. It's going to kind of flood his space with torpedoes. I'm not going to be... I don't have hydro for another minute and a half. Daring. He's going to try to get turned around. Oh, I got one on. Let's see, the question is... Gonna do. He doesn't have any visibility on me. Okay, now I know what he's gonna. Got a minute before hydro. So there's cat and mouse. So that was 17th. Well, no, okay, there he is. He's gonna send torps.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
That is why you want to have radio location on your high DPM ships. And he committed all of his torps. That's why. Then that's also why I turned in, is because I knew the torps were on the way. And he can't see that I missed them. So this may not be a high damage game for me. If I could try to get back down to where the fight is. But the problem is that we've lost our destroyer spotting. And, yeah, we're just like... And our Jean Bar is about to go down. He probably can't see the Worcester firing on him. We have destroyers left. We have the Holland. Okay, yeah, our visibility is really poor. So not a very exciting game, guys. Sorry, this is part of the reason I'm not really enamored with standard battle, because there's all this sort of tomfoolery around, and I'm like totally, out of the game right now. Jean Bar's going to go down. He just got farmed out by the Daring and the Worcester, I'm sure. And I need to try to see what I can do. Let's see. Minnesota and Bismarck are moving up. Summers, Daring, Holland. Okay. And the other issue is that the Daring is going to be able to light the fleet on this side. And the Worcester is in a very good protected position. So it's going to be kind of hard to unseat him potentially. We'll see. Neil, I'm sure this is not what you were expecting in terms of a Minotaur game. But I kind of suspected when my radio location flipped like that a few minutes ago that the Shima was, or at least a destroyer was going carrier hunting. That's kind of my read. So I might be better off with the Holland in the position he's in to try to work some of these opponents that are pushing up on the west flank. Donskoy goes down. Yeah, this is going downhill really fast. I mean, I might be able to get some decent fire and damage in if I can come over and spot the if I can work the Minnesota and the Bismarck as they're pushing up the flank. Carrier should be ready. He should have moved earlier. When that flank collapsed, he should have been moving and following us over to the east side of the map. Mark. So I'm gonna look to set up behind this island that's in front of me at my 1 o'clock position. And what this will allow me to do is I can start farming these guys, but I can then slip into behind terrain if my smoke's about to expire or if I get detected. I want to wait, though, until I have both the Bismarck and the Minnesota in my range before I start opening up. Okay, closest now just switch to this Summers, I think. Oh, here.
Smoke generator activated.
He's running the Gothic camo. Oh, now we have no visibility. Great. See, that's why I came over here. I was hoping the Holland would light things up for me.
Smoke screen set.
I got to try to get this guy down with a area has him lit. My spider senses are tingling. I think the Summers is going to send torps on me. Okay, he's blind firing me in smoke. Let's see how good his shot is.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Come on, kill this guy already. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. I get an extra. Okay, we have a DD in the cap here with me. It's the Summers. So I have to slip directly north. Sorry. Let's see here. Warp's going to be able to get there. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to set up behind the island and work the Minnesota from range, or from concealment behind the island. Yep. I had to take the shot on the Summers. Is he firing AP? Yes. Oh, that's why you... Risks of playing the Minotaur. I call it a terrific reload buff, though. Radar. Alright, they're gonna take the cap unless we intervene. And the problem is I can't see the Summers. I can get the reset on the... Be able to fire on this. Yeah, that's it. Couldn't do anything. Makes people scared. Oh, that's an interesting thought, Jerry. I hadn't thought of that. Okay. Maybe I'll try that next time. Sorry for the very dull game. It was not a particularly good game. I have no business being third on the team here, but probably a reflection of how the challenge our team was in gameplay. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here. Going to go refill my water and go to the little boy's room, and I will be right back. So I'll put on, let's see if I've got it set up on OBS here. I'm going to leave you with the GK Funtage video that you can find on my YouTube channel. This is one that I put up, I think, about 1.5 years ago. This one's a really good video. Take care. Hi, I'm muted. Sorry. So I apologize for that. Okay, so Captain Honor has arrived, or he's about to be here. He just sent me an invitation to join his division. So I'm going to shut down the YouTube stream, and I'm going to move over to Twitch. So let me, yes, thank you, Farkle. I just realized that. So, here's my Twitch channel link. You can go catch me over there. So I'm going to switch over there, and hope to see you guys there. If you, otherwise, have yourselves a great rest of the weekend. And I will be streaming, excuse me, not only this weekend, but also next week. Excuse me, since I am off on, I work at a school, and next week that we have off. So I will be doing more streaming there. So, okay, can you guys hear me now? Should be able to. Ahmed, are you and Farkle, are you guys able to hear me now? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. Take care, folks. Thanks much for joining me here on YouTube. I will, if you come on over, I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Twitch. Okay. Bye-bye.